Alright guys, what's up, man? Welcome back to JML Performance. Today we're going to be working on my wife's car. It's her 99 Honda Accord. So today we'll be doing some valve cover gaskets and new intake manifold gaskets. But it's been kind of a much needed to do thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to knock this out and then I'm going to show you what else we got left to do on the RSX, and I'm going to get the red car in. So the gold car's been doing great. It's actually sitting out here. I've been driving it every day. I've been driving it for like past 2 weeks back and forth to work. Me and my wife, we had to drive it up to Chapel Hill. My father-in-law is unfortunately in the hospital right now, so if everybody could, you know, drop a comment down below, say a prayer for him. His name's Philip. I love that man to death, man. I've been with my wife for 8 years, and hey, he's been my biggest fatherly like role model, you know what I'm saying, for me being only 25 and having 4 kids and taking on a whole journey. He's just been my mental help. But yeah, we finally got the subframe out of this thing, and next will be just literally pulling the motor straight up out of it. Hold on, let me see if I can lift this hood by myself with these raggedy pins in it. But yeah, literally, it's just that mount and the driver's side, and yeah, the passenger side mount left, and then the motor will come right out. But everything else is pretty much undone. But all we're doing to this is, I think something broke inside the transmission or whatever, but it won't let the car out of 4th gear. He lost 3rd, and then lost 2nd, then lost 1st, and then lost 6th, then lost 5th, and now the car is stuck in 4th, and it won't do nothing. So we're going to put a new transmission in it, new clutch, and it's actually a very good friend of mine, Kyle Lever, and we're going to be doing a whole series of this car on the channel. So, but yeah, I convinced him that while we were in it and already got the motor out, let's go ahead and knock out the whole timing assembly. That way, you know, he just ain't got to worry about it. This thing's got 250,000 miles on it, like you can tell. Like, I just pulled the subframe out. I'm gonna go through and pressure wash everything. It's gonna look like my boy Caleb's when it's all done. Fuck. I just sprayed myself with bug spray. I got shit in my mouth. It's disgusting. But anyway, yeah, I had done a clutch on my buddy Caleb's EP3. He's actually my neighbor over here, and man, we knocked it out. Time I got everything back together, he was getting off work. He was mind blown because he just wasn't expecting me to be working on his car while he's at work. And like I said, when he got off, I already had the transmission back in, starting to throw the subframe up. So the only thing he had to help me do was like pop axles in, literally like fill the transmission, and then it was time for the first start. He was in, like, right now he's done broke it in, done his whole 500-mile process. He is super happy. But we went with a stage 3 6-puck XVD clutch, and he's said he hasn't had a single problem out of that thing. But I actually dropped a couple pictures of it when we did it. Like I said before, my son broke my GoPro, so I had to buy another one. But I dropped a couple pictures of how it looks and when we were doing it, and the video of him pulling out. Man, he was so happy, and just the look on his face was priceless, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and strap you guys on a headband mount, and we're gonna jump straight into this thing. So like I said, we're gonna be doing her valve cover gaskets and her intake manifold gaskets tomorrow. I've ordered them from Napa, but we are getting new plugs, new NGK Iridium plugs, and new wires, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. The other day, what's so crazy is I just bought a brand new alternator for this car, and it hasn't been on the car like 4 months. And well, the alternator goes out. We're going to a doctor's appointment, pull out the driveway, and the car just dies, coast at the end of the driveway. And so you should have seen me and my wife pushing this car up the driveway with all 4 of our kids in it. And so that's when we ended up taking the gold car up to Chapel Hill. But I threw the original alternator back on it because there was nothing wrong with it. And I figured, I was like, why not just buy another alternator? I found somebody who had this one brand new in the box for like $100. So I was like, yep, jumping on it, not passing it up. But bought it. It worked for a little bit, but I jumped. So went back to the original alternator, but I'm gonna buy another OE alternator and just keep it on the shelf in the shop. That way we ain't got to worry about this if it happens again. I got another backup. But let's get into it, guys. Enough jibber jabber. Alright, guys. Let's get straight to it. Yeah, I accidentally broke this thing yesterday, putting our alternator on, but it's okay. We're going to end up getting rid of all of this crap, this plastic stuff. I like just the raw motor look, where you just see nothing but engine. I love that. Alright. I already know where all of our plug wires go back to, so I ain't got to mark none of that. Ooh. good. No. What? I didn't even know that was broke. Damn, boy. Filter looks great, but damn it. Bet you that's why it's been idle surging every now and again. I can guarantee it. and you want to jump across from one another. You don't want to run straight down a line, especially if it's never been taken off before. Don't look too bad in there. Ooh, that is gummed up. We're going to have to clear that out. There goes that gasket. Don't look too bad. We're going to compare it to the original one. I think these are the exhaust manifold gaskets. I didn't know that some come with this kit. They may not be. They look like it though. So I bought some kit off eBay. I think it was like $12 or $15, something like that. You can't beat that for all metal gaskets. So I jumped on it. Yep, these are exactly the same. So yes, sirskis. We are going to go ahead and drop the new gasket on and go ahead and start pulling the valve cover gaskets. Now, like I said, we are going to clean that out before we I want to make sure I'm still recording. Yes, sir. That right there just looks freaking disgusting. I may need to go grab my shop vac. Yeah, I'll be right there, guys. Back with the shop vac. I'm actually just steal my fan plug for a second. So we can think I cleaned it all out. I can hear it whistling through here now. Like, this is a lot better than what it was. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my boy Caleb, because he works at Tractor Supply. He gave me a hell of a deal on this giant thing of brake cleaner. So yeah, if you guys are any local here to Burlington, you need any brake cleaner or anything in a 5-gallon drum, Tractor Supply. He hooked me up, man. Yeah, we ain't gonna go too crazy with it. Give it a nice little wipe down. Stand it up, get the bottom side. We done with this rag. Cleans the floor pretty damn good too, so. Boom, now that's knocked out, guys. Looks a lot better. Ain't as good as I want it to be, but I wish I had my parts washer. My wife's gonna get me one of those pretty soon, actually. So, super stoked about that. But yeah, guys. Wasted. But yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump on to pulling these covers off now. Trying to get this done as fast as possible, but I also want to clean everything up before I put it all back together. So. Oh boy, I'm so happy to see that. That makes me so happy. God, that makes me so happy. My wife loves this car, man. We're about to do a new timing assembly on it, but yes, this makes me so happy. I wanted to check valve lash, but man, you guys are here at the end of this video. This thing runs like a dream. Like, it is beautiful. 300,000 mile car, and it just shifts like butter. Runs amazing. AC blows phenomenally. Let's go ahead and pull the back one. Now, whenever you're doing stuff like this, it's kind of best to keep a couple of old rags, old cut up t-shirts or something you don't mind throwing away after you're done. But this way you don't drop any bolts or anything down in there while you're trying to knock all of this out. And you don't want it to really be all over the place. You don't really want any hoses or anything kind of up under it. You want to try to seal it off as best as you can with just a rag. That way, if a bolt or something falls, you're able to catch it on the rag. You don't fall down in there, and then you're stuck pulling the motor just to disassemble it to get a bolt out. Thank God it fell on the mat. Prime example right there, guys. Freaking example. That one looks a little bit rougher, not gonna lie. Well, not too mad. We're just gonna go ahead and cover this up for right now so I can get to changing out these gaskets, cleaning these covers up, and we're gonna throw everything back together. Alright guys, let's get to cleaning all this up. Alright guys, we're going to step outside, go ahead and clean these things, and get to pulling these gaskets off. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull the gasket off before I start cleaning it. $773. I wonder what that means. $614. Alright guys, so I kinda accidentally jumped the gun. I done put the other valve cover gasket on, the other seals in. I've done switched all of these out, so all of these are fresh. But I forgot all about my GoPro, and I started putting it together, and halfway through I wiped the sweat off my forehead, and I was like, where's my GoPro? But yeah, we done got this one back on. It isn't bolted down, but I wanted to go ahead and get those back through. So we're going to go ahead and set this one up. And then we'll go ahead and throw this one on. But before I do that, at least want to go ahead and throw my hardware back in. There we go. It's bottomed out. Okay. And I don't really like using any RTV, so unless if it's a solid gasket, like if it's a flush surface, then no, I won't use any RTV. I'll use just the gasket. But if it has like if it's like a D series valve cover where it has to ride over the cam, then yes, I will use gasket maker to or Permatex to at least seal over those cam humps. So like I said, when you got a flat surface like this, there's really no need to push the issue for gasket maker. That's the whole point in swapping the gasket out. But there we go, guys. Another one down. Time to throw this one on. Yeesh. Yeesh. There we go. Alright. This is the sucky part. Ugh. Here we go. We're all sealed. Let's go. Woo, that looks so good already. Take a minute to just wipe all of this off. Let this vacuum line land for a minute. Right there. Woo, that looks so good. Drop the other hardware in. Torque everything down. Go ahead and put our intake back on. Ooh. Now it's time to bust out the ratchet, snug all of this down. Alright, that's it. It ain't gotta be super duper tight. Go ahead and take your wires and clean them up. Even though I'm getting some new ones tomorrow, I'm a very neat freak person. If anybody knows me, I'm a very clean guy. Alright, now we can drop the intake manifold back on. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and go back through and button everything up, and I'll show you the first start. I ain't got that much memory left on this card, so. Alright guys, I've gotten everything all buttoned up. I know I said I wasn't going to put the plastics on, but I didn't want them just laying out or lose them or anything, so I just threw them back on for right now. I don't like this whole little ugly billet oil cap or whatever. I think I'm going to put the original one back on. But, I'm going to fire it up now, so I'm going to set you guys down real quick and fire it up. And there we go, guys. Fresh intake manifold gaskets, fresh valve cover gaskets. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be getting new plugs and wires, so super stoked about that. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Always drop a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. But always remember, guys, dreams don't come true unless you work towards them too. So always get out there and make that next move. I'm actually about to go to work here in about an hour and a half, so I'll be working till 7:30 in the morning. But I had to knock this out. This thing was leaking oil so bad, and it was dropping right on the valve cover, on the header, so it's just constantly steaming it out, and I just got tired of it. But got all that knocked out. Like I said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a blessed night.